Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode with me. We are in a 1x1 hole, starting off today in the mines, caves, resource gathering, whatever you want to call it, because we are in dire need of redstone for the current project we are working on. If you caught the last live stream, ooh, give me this. I will take that. Thank you. If you caught my last live stream, then you know that we started working on a rather immense project, and for that project we need a ridiculous amount of redstone. We actually did a lot of mining during the live stream, but we are out again. Yeah, we are completely out of redstone once again, so we are here. Ooh, diamonds! I'll take those. Those are nice. So yeah, we're starting off today with a bit of a quick resource gather. And then we'll tackle on with the rest of today. Alright, so just over an hour later, and we are back with a absolutely full inventory and an absolutely full, almost full, ender chest. And that's because the bad news is that I have run out of shulker boxes. And with a close call in the lava and the warden, I decided to call it quits. So we have just over 2 stacks and a bit of redstone blocks, and then almost 2 stacks of redstone dust. So that should be enough to at least get us started for today. Let's put away some of these valuables. Let me rearrange my inventory, craft up some pistons, and we'll get cracking with the episode. All right, inventory cleaned, pistons crafted, and you'll never believe this. We ran out of cobblestone. We have a tons of regular stone, but yeah, believe it or not, we ran out of cobblestone. If we go into an ender chest here and we look at, or yeah, this one right here. So we have redstone, iron, planks. We completely ran out of cobblestone, and I kind of don't want to go mine it, so we're gonna make a quick cobblestone generator as part of today's episode. So that's next on the docket. All right, so here's the idea. We got a little cobblestone generator set up here. I need to get up here actually. So the idea is this. So we got the lava, which will flow over onto the blocks just like that. And then the idea is that we drop TNT from above and have it all explode simultaneously. And then it'll eventually, obviously this is still like a work in progress. Eventually it'll all drop down here and it'll all get swept up by water streams into the collection chests below. Now, the reason I have dispensers with me is because I want to drop the TNT from above without using a duper, since we do have plenty of TNT at our disposal. I want to use that instead of a TNT duper. So that's kind of the idea. The idea is we will drop, let's do this again. So we would drop it here, right on the, what's it called? The crying obsidian there. And these would simultaneously drop lit together. And then let's see, how much do we get? Let's put all the current cobblestone away. And we get 9 from there. So, yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get almost 100% of the drops, which is really, really nice. Obviously, like, the walls here are gonna be cleared up, and you know we're not gonna have all this extra bit here, because I want to make this. I think TNT can explode up to 3 or 4 above it. So if we do something like this. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. But if we do 1, 2, 3 like this, and then we drop this in like that, does it clear all of it? Yes. Yes, it does. Okay. And so that is gonna be our blast chambers. So let me build up the blast chambers. And then we'll start working on the redstone for the TNT dispensers that are gonna go above. Okay, so we have the basic ship filled out. I am waiting on a couple of more... Oh, I fell in. A couple of more lava sources, just for like these areas right here. We just gotta finish filling these in, so we need one lava source there, and one lava source here, and then 2 there, 2 there, and 2 there. But while we wait for the lava farm, and so we don't have to do anything else in the meantime, we are gonna set up the redstone that is gonna live just up here. So we want some of these building blocks. All this cobblestone, by the way, it was for me just like digging this out and figuring out where things go. Essentially what we want to do for this redstone is when we go 9 blocks above where the blast chamber is, so that none of the redstone bits and sensitive things get blown apart. So here we have 1, 2, 3. This will be 4, this would be 5, so this is 6, 7, 8, and then 9 is up there. And we want a drop chute straight for each of these. Now we don't really care about like the rest of this. We're gonna cover this in like hopefully a nice facade. It might, I don't know, it might have to stay like this. We could always put a facade like right above the chests, just because the blast of the TNT does go up far away. But if we start up there, so yeah, we said this was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we want to build on top of that level there. So we just go up like this. Ooh, not fall into the lava. Ooh, 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 ooh. Too close. Too close. There would have gone everything. Whew. Take a nap. Quick nap. Rest it off. Rest it off. Shake it off. Shake it off. All right. Where were we? Right. Going up here to build our redstone. Whew. Okay. Not there. Here. But we were going up to here. So we want to keep that open just like that. And we want to build a little channel going this way. And where do we want to go? We want to go a little bit into this hill. Right here is going to be a dispenser, right there. And we said right here is the other one. So same thing. And we said dispenser goes there. Back here, we want a way to activate both of these simultaneously. So easy, quick, boop. One there, one there. And then back here, we are simply going to put a quick and easy hopper clock. So block. We have a comparator. We get ourselves some pistons, some hoppers, a redstone block, and we place the 2 hoppers like that. Break this one, put it back into the other one. Grab our... See, right there, it's already working. That is the basis of a hopper clock, except we want it to be more than just the one item, because that is way too fast. So for that, that's where we need the sticky pistons. We got a sticky piston here, we got a sticky piston here, and then we put a block in between them. The redstone block locks the hoppers. This is how we turn the thing on and off. And then last thing we need is just a little bit of redstone dust. Just like that. Hopper clock. And this is variable, so if you add more items, you get a bigger delay. Just like that. And then a lever will easily turn it on and off. Now we don't want a lever for input. We want to have our input down there, obviously. So that is the next thing we'll wire. But the last thing to make it ready is we actually need a couple of signs. We have a couple of signs. Don't need to write on it. Sign there, and then water right there, and water right there. We can now put some TNT into each of these dispensers, and then if we just turn this off and do that, you can see our beautiful TNT does its job. And that's gonna be our, that's our Cobblestone Generator. Okay, so for an input, we wanna use this guy. We wanna use this guy to turn it on and off, on and off, on and off. But clearly we don't wanna hear that, so we wanna hide it in the wall. So we're gonna grab an observer, we're gonna grab ourselves a couple of sticky pistons, I don't know how many, and we'll see if we need any more leaves. We might as well just grab some, because we also need some wood for a nice and easy leafstone input. So, I thought I was recording that whole time, but apparently I didn't. So here it is. It's all done. We got a fully working Cobblestone Generator using our notebook leafstone input here, and one final observer detector up there. Leafstone essentially refers to the fact that when you put leaves down, they have this tag called distance. As you can see on the right hand side, it has a distance of 7. But if I put this leaf here, that's right next to the wood, it has a distance of 1. And that actually, like, it can count up to 7. You can see this is the maximum 7. If I put one further, it always equals 7, because that's the maximum distance a naturally generated leaf can have. And so if we put an observer right here at the end, it can actually detect the change from 6 to 7 and give you nice, quick pulses like we see here. We hit a right click and it pulses, and then we get the TNT and we get the right click and it pulses again and it stops. And we can detect that with our little indicator light there. And we pick these up because we don't need these littering the ground. And we will tackle on with the project for this episode, as the whole point was to just get a whole bunch of cobblestone ready for our piston making endeavors. So I will get some more cobblestone here. I've already topped off the TNT in the dispensers up top, and then we've got Kraken. And we are here on the roof of the Nether, working on our project. Which I mentioned earlier is the bedrock breaker machine thing. And this is why we need all the pistons, because to finish this off, like we have that part there, we have this part here, and those are all good and ready to go. But for this machine to work properly, we actually need an entire roof of these regular pistons, if I could right click properly. But we don't want to make, like, if I bring up the Lightmatica, we don't want the entire 257 by 257 roof of pistons. We want to be able to reuse these. So we only need, I believe it's like 6 rows of pistons, which is about 2 shulker boxes worth. And then we could just reuse them after that. So I'm going to keep placing these here. And then I know for a fact that for this episode, we won't have enough to get the whole machine going, but we can at least do a quick test run. So let me just set up these couple of rows here, and then we'll give it a test fire. And I am once again out of pistons. But the good news is we can give this thing a test. Now, we shouldn't need many more pistons than this, considering we want to reuse them, and I'll touch base on that in a bit. But if we go over here and we right click this note block, this should indeed just kick off the whole thing. And I've double and triple checked to make sure everything is in the right place and everything is going to go right. So let me turn down my block sounds. And we shall kick this off in 3, 2, 1. And there it goes. And as you can see, it is breaking the bedrock behind it. Oh, hello, sir. I do not... Can you leave me alone, please? I am testing a very complex machine here. And there it goes. So that is essentially what we want. And we want to do this the entire length here, and then the entire length all the way back there, 256 blocks. Now, the only thing is we have to make sure this is always loaded as we run it, otherwise it will break and blow itself up. And as you can see, the lines of pistons we put up above are getting pushed down into this center column here. And then what is happening, if we go back here, is this redstone block is activating the pistons underneath and in front. And it's actually the piston head that's getting broken. And so the upside down piston is actually what's breaking this bedrock here as it tries to retract. And the minecart there that you see moving back and forth is actually catching all of the pistons that we place up there. You'll notice that when it gets to the end, it'll swap the minecart. We have a minecart here, and we have a minecart up, if we grab our spyglass, up there. That minecart will swap places with this minecart, and then all the pistons in this minecart will then get put down the hopper line, and then we can pick them up so we can replace this piston line. Now, what I want to test is make sure that this return station is built correctly. So obviously, the breaker works. You know, we got the breaker here. We got a nice broken line of bedrock now. And we need to do this, as you can see, like there's bedrock layer 1, bedrock layer 2. Now, it seems we lost a couple of the pistons. Not sure why, but I'll just pick those up. Yeah, not really sure why we lost a couple of the pistons, but you can see the minecart got dropped off. It got pushed over one block. And this is all nice and cleanly making its way back. So we got the piston line there. We got, I believe this is just the driver. That's the duper for the TNT explosions. And then this is the actual bedrock breaker itself, moving all the pistons back one row. You can see now they're all being pushed back one. So the machine resets and is ready to go again. Now, when it gets back here, I just want to make sure that we can actually properly stop this thing. You know what? Let's just right click it now. You see that moved that back down. And now this should come to a graceful and peaceful halt. Number 1, number 2. Okay, there should be number 3. Okay, I had already clicked it. All right, so we'll leave that like that, and we'll do one more pass. But there we go. That is the bedrock breaker. I gotta build one more machine on this side and one more machine on this side, which is going to be my little chariot. But I'll show you, once this finishes its next pass, I'll show you where the pistons actually end up that we can actually reuse. So if we just fly up here, now that we're not in danger of unloading it, if we check these hoppers here, you'll notice that we got we got 4 stacks of pistons, which seems about right for everything that we did here. We got a hitchhiker. Look at our beautiful skeleton just kind of hitching a ride along. But you can see how perfectly timed everything is, so that it just cleanly and very efficiently gets swapped out. Here you'll see the cart being swapped. That one gets pushed out of the way. That one gets dropped in. And if we right click it, you'll see all of the pistons that we're using all make their way down here. We'll take the slime block. I don't know how that slime block ended up there. And yeah, so it was just the first run. We don't have any extra leftover pistons here. But that is it. And now that we go back, since I guess I had already double clicked the note block, this should come to a graceful and perfect stop. And then we'll just place the couple of piston lines in again. And that should be it. But anyway, guys, with the bedrock breaker returning to its resting position, that is going to be it for me today. If you want to see this thing fully in action, I will be streaming this Thursday, and we will be running the Bedrock Breaker pretty much off stream to see how much of the first layer of Bedrock we can get broken. So join me on stream this Thursday. Twitch is in the description. And thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.